Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This episode is kind of special because it's 31st of December, so last day of 2024, as people like to call it, New Year's Eve. Well, it's not evening yet, but that's what this day seems to be called in English. So let's get straight into it. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for all the views, all the visits, all your time that you've spent watching my boring updates, reading my probably dull blog posts. Sometimes I hope that I delivered some value across 2024 and before, maybe even some excitement, because as I said multiple times before, life is not about excitement all the time. It's actually pretty mediocre most of the time, because otherwise we would get used to exciting things, and thus we would not be excited anymore when they happen. So that's why some say that life is suffering with some sunshine days in between, and that's kind of true, and it's okay. Some people have I would say more suffering, some less, or at least this is how we perceive it, each one of us, because for each one of us suffering, our own suffering is bigger than the others, and that's okay, because we feel that. We don't feel others suffering, and we can't really relate. So whatever we feel and it's difficult for us, it's obviously felt the strongest. And with that occasion, I won't be updating you about this day too much, except that it's very stormy today because some strong currents and weather fronts hit Ireland, and we are even expecting a snowstorm if it develops to extent that Met Office is expecting. But fortunately, fingers crossed, we will be able to operate with the sauna today and tomorrow, because tomorrow we are fully booked, and it would be a big disappointment if we would have to refund people and close off for the day. But obviously, if safety requires it, we will do that. But yeah, that's the real update for this weekend. We are really hit by the storm, as I said, and I didn't want to talk too much about the day itself, but use that opportunity to thank you for being here, because yes, I started this project more than 2 years ago as my accountability tool to make some daily routine and improve in writing and being more confident in front of camera, less cringe. Not sure if I succeeded in that, but it feels good when you have audience. It feels much better when you have audience. It gives you a little bit of purpose, more than just doing something for yourself. So once again, thank you. I hope that you have much better 2025, and I wish you all the best in that, because we all need a little bit of slack, a little bit of relief from time to time. We all have our own sufferings, as I mentioned. We all feel it. These are difficult days in general, in terms of mental health and even physical health. So I know that you're struggling at times, and I want to cheer you a little bit. The bad times, they are always going away. There's no bad thing that lasts for life, or for majority of it. Of course, there are things that you might consider it like disability or some long-term illness, but even that can be turned into something good. And we've seen that many times with people that were extremely disadvantaged in life by being hit by certain situations in life, grievances, sicknesses, disabilities, yet they still turned it around to something meaningful. And remember that bad things are, they pass by. There is always sunshine after the storm, and it's not even a good pun at the moment, because I know after this storm we will get sunshine and we will have calm days, and that's a good metaphor to life. The same happens in our life. So if you need to talk or you need to write something, spit it out and get some relief, do not hesitate to reach out on any of my channels, be it under the blog, in the comments, or reach out via Instagram or directly on YouTube. There are many ways to reach me out, and if you want to do it in private, please comment or DM me on Instagram, or I think on Facebook. I also have a small account that is just reposting my blog post, but yes, I will receive notifications. So do not hesitate to reach out if you need someone to talk. I am here. I don't have millions of people as audience, so I'll be able to chop my time enough to respond to each one of you that needs someone to talk to. And I hope that at least gives you some positive for 2025. This blog is going strong in terms of maintaining that daily habit, but we are approaching the episode 1000 in about 150 days. So I'm yet to decide what will happen afterwards. I'm not going away. It's just maybe character of the blog and the project itself might change to weekly updates rather than daily updates. So I might still note daily highlights and then kind of gather them and basically write about them weekly to make it a little bit more viable, because sometimes it's very difficult and I don't want to rush things in the evening most of the time just to spit out something of less quality just to fulfill the daily habit. I'd rather note something and fulfill the daily requirement and then do weekly update of a better quality with proper editing to make sure that I don't drag for too long or don't bore you too much, and that will be, let's say, a further development and improvement to the whole project. So thank you very much for being here with me. I really cheer for you to have that 2025 smashing your goals. Even if you don't have specific goals, they are there and you're probably aiming for something you might not be aware of, and I know that you will fulfill them, at least in some percentage. And always see the positive in life, because I'm not asking you to be fakely positive or to smile when you don't want to smile, but in a way, don't see life as something negative, because listen, we have really small, and I mean small in trillions, chance to appear on this planet, in this universe, as a organic human being with ability to live for just a speck of time, let's say average of 80 years on this planet, experiencing something and being conscious of that. So listen, you're lucky already. you fulfilled, you reached, or you achieved something that trillions of potential lives will never achieve, because they won't exist. You do exist. You live, and your life matters. And it matters to a lot of people, sometimes people that you are not even aware of. Because, listen, there are people that are observing you. There are people that look up to you in things that you probably wouldn't believe if they tell you. And they probably won't tell you. You might not even know about them until the end of your life. There are people that pass you on the street and they think about you as a better human being because you have something that they don't. So we all have something to be proud of, something to be happy about, and not being narcissistic, we still need that self-love and self-acceptance. So thank you very much for being across the journey. I know it's 5th or 6th time that I'm thanking you, but I can't thank enough, because seeing someone actually watching, even if you didn't watch the whole episode, or even if you didn't read, but you visited, you took a chance to read the, let's say, the title and first paragraph, it still matters to me. It's achievement for me that you sacrificed those couple of seconds, couple of minutes to spend it with me. And I really thank you for that, because I know how precious the time is when I spend it on something that later on I might regret or might not. So have a great 2025. Finish this year in chill. If you want, you party and do whatever, maybe with a bang, but it's okay to not celebrate, because you worked for it every single day of that year, most likely. Worked very hard, you stressed a lot. So I think the celebration, by just being overwhelmed and probably overstressed, even if you stress your body with alcohol or any other things, or with loud noises, isn't necessary to celebrate the year. You can sit down in a cozy blanket, maybe watch something, or just chill out, meditate, or think about how much of a struggle you went through and successfully, and whatever is left and whatever is ahead of you, it's just another bump on the road, and you'll be fine. Have a great rest of the day, and this day means have a great rest of the 2024, and see you in 2025.